Hi everybody, welcome to Knees, Bandanas and Nonsense, the podcast with Soul Render, that's myself, with Cahill.
Hi.
And Biirchyyy.
Hello there.
Welcome on in, gents.
How are we doing?
Very good, thank you. Looking forward to what you guys have to say today.
Yeah, I'm very excited right now.
Cal, what about yourself? How are the knees going over there?
The knees are shiny, they're well polished, they're ready to rock and roll.
That's what we like to hear. Perfect quality
I'm not
knees.
gonna lie, I feel like a fraud. I haven't got a bandana on right now.
Oh man.
No.
I feel like an absolute fraud.
So today, we're planning to talk about some upcoming games, some news in the Twitch and kind of content creator kind of area, and then some Twitch themselves on where are they focusing in the kind of areas for content creators, and then just kind of general introduction to this podcast, which is going to be continuing once a week.
Certainly. I mean, should we introduce ourselves first? A bit of background of who we are?
Yeah, go for it. I am Soul Render, a Valorant streamer.
I am KBN. I'm a variety streamer.
My name's Biirchyyy, 2 eyes, 3 Ys, and I'm also a variety streamer. I think we all play very similar games. I know Soul Render says he plays Valorant, but I believe you dabble in a few other games as well.
Definitely dabble a little bit. So we've decided to create a podcast of basically us three from different parts of the country, chatting absolute nonsense, preferably about knees and bandanas, but also about games and Twitch and the content creator life, because it's so fun.
Yeah, so I believe the premise of this podcast will mainly be based around live streaming, games, and any kind of online social content.
Yeah.
We will be, I believe, I mean, if that's a fair description.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to say it. That's the kind of thing we're all into. We all want to be part of the content creator world.
And we just want to be able to bring more content to you guys in different forms and varieties. The 3 hosts will be us 3, as you see week in, week out, and we will be having guests from YouTubers to Twitch streamers to big popular voices amongst the online content communities. So you get their views and opinions and see what's going on in the world of social media and content.
And also talk about knees and bandanas.
And lots of knees and bandanas.
Lots of knees, lots of bandanas.
A little bit of
I'll have
nonsense.
a bandana on next week.
A little bit of nonsense.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Right,
disappointed by the lack of bandana, Biirchyyy. I feel like that's
I was thinking bandana on right now.
Yeah, I feel like it gives you a superpower, you know?
I think honestly, I put that shit on. But before I fire up a stream, I literally sit there and hold my bandana in my hand. I'm sort of like, I don't
channeling
pray.
your energy into it.
I don't pray, but yeah, I channel it.
It's your Kamehameha of streaming.
Yeah. Like, you know the Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Like when he puts his bandana on, like literally, like identical to that.
I rate that.
You just evolve into this new person, content creator, streamer of yourself.
Yeah, I go from being Will to being Biirchyyy
Okay, I like that.
when the bandana goes on.
Mine is when the green screen's up. As soon as the green screen goes up, I'm in streaming mode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, before we start, I want to know where did the tack vest come from? When did you start wearing the tack vest on streams?
Okay, so I've been really into airsoft for a long time. And when I started streaming Tarkov, because that was my go-to game. I knew a lot about it, and that's where I decided, I can kind of teach people about this game. It's a very hard game. And one of the days, someone was like, "Oh, why don't you do cosplay?" And I was like, "You talking about cosplay? I'll play airsoft." So I went and grabbed all my gear, like pistols on, the sniper was on the shoulder, the rifle was on one shoulder, the vest was on, the helmet was on, and they were like, "Oh shit!" And then it just kind of became a running joke to go and put my vest on, and to the point I just loved it and went with it.
No, I'm pretty sure the first stream I saw of you were fully geared up in tack vest, mask, like the lot.
Yeah.
I was like, I could fuck with this dude.
It was fantastic, other than when there was a heat wave. And my god, that vest is sweaty.
Sweaty.
Oh my word.
I kind of want to throw this onto Cal. Where did the knees come from? How come that was a thing?
Yeah. Where did the knees come from?
Okay, so The knees came from TikTok, basically. It's a running joke. So when I went live on Twitch, I used to go live on TikTok as well. You know, so I could get both communities and get them to one place, kind of thing. And anyone who watches my streams knows I sit with my legs up and like my knees are always on show. I sit in weird positions. And for some reason, one day on TikTok, I got banned from the live stream for nudity. And
Oh wow!
it was because of my kneecaps.
Wait, do you think your kneecaps are like boobs or something?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. It was just nudity.
They were just too much for TikTok. They were just too much.
So I was there ranting about it. I was like, I've been banned for nudity. And everyone was like, oh, it's your kneecaps, Carl. And then since then, it's just turned from a little joke into the main thing about my stream.
The entire brand.
Yeah, the whole brand. is
Your main
kneecaps.
selling points. This guy streams, but he also has really nice knees.
Yes. Yeah, it's yeah.
That yeah was like yeah. It's too late now.
Yeah. It's too late to turn back.
Isn't it funny how like on your streams certain things just become the norm?
The blue shirts
And
threw
it's
me. Like I just wear shirts
Yeah.
every day, and someone kept mentioning that I wore blue shirts. I think it's Hallie that started it, but she just mentioned every stream that I wore blue shirt, and it's kind of just sunk in now as a thing.
No, I rate that. Hashtag blue shirt gang.
Blue shirt gang.
Yeah.
It's weird how when you start streaming, you want to be, professional, you want to focus on different things, and then chat just come up with this nonsense that you put no thought or effort into, and it's like, okay, that's now the best thing that's happened to my stream, considering all these things I've tried my hardest to achieve.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Look at all this money I spent on green screens and microphones and webcams, my kneecaps.
But
It's where
people
it's
like my
at.
Primark fucking blue shirts, your kneecaps, and your bandanas,
Mate, these bandanas that I wear on stream were literally a Secret Santa present like last year. I've always worn bandanas, and I've only had like 2 or 3. But some random person at my old work just got me like a 16-pack of bandanas because I wore them at work.
16, that's quite an impressive pack, to be fair.
Honestly, I said it's one of the best Christmas presents I've ever had.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Do you wash them?
I hope not.
Yeah,
No.
occasionally.
Okay.
Like, it depends. If I've had like after the 24-hour,
Oh.
yeah, I was straight in the wash.
Everything needs washing after a 24-hour stream. Even the
Yeah.
chair.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, it's true.
Not gonna lie, I did sniff my chair off my 24-hour.
Oh.
Yeah, just get a little bit sweaty, doesn't it? Especially when you're eating there.
Oh yeah, and you find the bit of chocolate that you were eating like 8 hours ago down there.
Oh no. Well, from that, maybe we should move on to stop introducing ourselves before people give up on us.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So where do you want to start? Do you want to talk about the upcoming games? What games we've got coming up?
That's something we'd
game
like to
season?
focus on a bit more, I think.
Yeah, let's get stuck into it. We've had enough bandanas, knees, and nonsense to kickstart us off. Let's talk some gaming business. What games are both of you most excited about for this game cycle?
Other than the obvious Modern Warfare 2, I'm super excited for Darktide, which is a Warhammer style game. So I'm not a Warhammer guy, but if you watch the gameplay, it does look amazing. It literally looks like Left 4 Dead on steroids.
Really?
Yeah, very dark, atmospheric, like almost thrillery.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of zombies, lots of action, non-stop. It looks fun.
No, so is it first person, third person?
So it's a first person 4-player co-op. So you all take a different role. Each character has an ability or a specialist. You take on hordes of enemies while trying to complete objectives on a map. Yeah, it really appeals to me. If you'd played Back 4 Blood and you were a little bit less bittersweet, well, I was really excited for Back 4 Blood, and it didn't quite evolve into what I was
hit the spot,
expecting.
did it?
It didn't. It didn't quite hit the mark.
I
It
agree.
built up like it was going to be great, but it didn't. Whereas Darktide seems like it's going to fill that gap to me.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
And that's coming out on November the 30th. Just wanted to
Of this year.
Yeah.
So that's actually interesting to me because I was obsessed with the Left 4 Dead games when I was younger.
Left 4 Dead was so good.
My friend would come round, he'd bring his Xbox, would set up 2 TVs like old LAN party style,
Oh, I love that.
and just search Left 4 Dead all night.
I love LAN style gaming.
Mm-hmm.
We still do it a lot for
LAN style.
RTSs, so Battle for Middle Earth, Rise of Nations, those kind of games where you can sit and just scream in your mates' faces when they attack you. I love it.
Nice. Okay, that's quite an interesting one for any especially any Warhammer fans as well. Has there been Warhammer games before?
There is. So there was Vermintide 1 and 2, which is very similar, but it's not Warhammer 40k. It was classic Warhammer, I believe it's referred to as. So it's more swords and shields rather than laser guns and turrets and chainsaws.
Oh, okay. Because Warhammer's been around forever.
Yeah, Warhammer's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's the strategy games, the Total War kind of cover games from Warhammer. They've done really well, but us three don't really play strategy games, do we? We're more like first-person shooters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally won't be playing that game, but for anyone out there that likes that style,
Yeah.
that's right up your street. I think I know what you're going to say, Cal, but what are you most excited for?
I am so excited for Sonic Frontiers. It's out on the 8th of November, and it's like the first open world Sonic game since like 1998, and it's crazy. It looks crazy. I'm actually so excited.
Wait, it's open world?
That's a pretty mad
open world
fact.
game.
Since 1998, you say?
Yeah, so I believe Sonic Adventures was their first like little jump into an open world game.
Okay.
And then also they kept doing bits and bats with like Sonic Heroes and stuff like that. But it was never open world. But the actual like producer of the game has compared this to the open world is like Zelda Breath of the Wild, and anyone who's played Zelda knows that's probably one of the best Zeldas out there. Like
that's an impressive way to sell the game, isn't it? If compared to Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. So it's I'm excited for it because for one it's Sonic, it's nostalgic, and for two it looks like they're taking it serious.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'll release like a remaster here and there, or they'll do a little bit of something, but nothing like that'll grip you and keep you playing. I'm hoping this is the one that'll keep you playing for a little bit.
That would be nice, because the amount of games nowadays, you've got two where they're either too open world and I never get around to finishing them, or they're too linear and you complete it once, you're right, that's it, next on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
So finding that balance is hard, to be honest, but hopefully they'll get it right.
Fingers crossed. Not long until it's released.
Well, they did a good job with the film, so I've got high hopes. If they can release
films are very good,
If they can release a game film with that quality, then surely the game's got to be good.
Yeah,
is it the same voice actor or is it a different voice actor? Do you know?
I think it's probably different. I'm not.
Wait, who is it? Jim Carrey that's Sonic? No, there's a he plays a character in the Sonic film, right?
He plays Eggman, doesn't he?
He plays, yeah.
I'm such a Sonic noob, honestly.
It's right, you got Callia.
Yeah.
And they actually announced a DLC today already, a Monster Hunter DLC for Sonic Frontiers, which is like a cool little
nice little crossover.
That's an interesting crossover. I wouldn't have expected Monster Hunter with Sonic.
Yeah, it's you can get a cool little Monster Hunter outfit on Sonic the Hedgehog. A little bit of armor, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
that'd be exciting. I feel like Sonic's the kind of fan base where they are diehard.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Sonic fan, you are a Sonic fan.
And with this, it's on every platform. It's not limited to one platform.
That's good.
That's good.
Everything.
Yeah, a lot of games miss that. They don't get onto the Switch, do they? Because of Nintendo or just the power of the Switch. Mm-hmm. So a lot of games, although they target the main three, Xbox, PC, and PS, but they miss out on the Switch. Where Sonic's gonna be on everything. That's class.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna hit big when it comes out.
I hope so.
Excuse me.
What about yourself, Biirchyyy?
Crossovers as well.
What about yourself? What's the game you're looking forward to?
Me personally, I'm conflicted actually. I'm not too sure because I'm enjoying FIFA so much right now. I'm almost like, can we hold off on these other releases while I can continue to grind? But I think for me, is actually Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Obviously I've recently got back into the Pokemon franchise. As a massive Pokemon complete and utter geek when I was younger. Recently got back into the trading card game and playing Arceus, which I thought was a little bit different.
See, this is where I'm going to fall out with everyone that's listening.
You're not. I know, because you're not a fan of Arceus.
No, I'm not at all. So Sword and Shield I actually loved, and I was really shocked because before that I hadn't played a Pokemon game since Gold, which is a big gap.
Oh, Gold was
amazing there.
Gold was my favorite.
But I really enjoyed Sword. I got it. I played it non-stop for 2 weeks. Didn't put it down. It's a bit too easy. I didn't die, which was a bit disappointing. But it's not really aimed at a 30-year-old man, is it? So that's fine.
I do think Scarlet and Violet has gone back to that more Sword and Shield style. Arceus, I feel like it was just a bit of a filler game.
Yeah, I like the idea of it going back to that classic Pokemon style game.
I actually found Arceus. I've only got a little bit of the way through, but I found it a bit too grindy.
It's very about catching rather than battling, and if that's your thing, great. But for me, I kind of prefer that leveling up my team and becoming stronger, and taking out my Blastoise to destroy someone rather than going and catching 50 Weedles.
Yeah. I've always been a collector, so like it sounded appealing to me. But then, like you said, when you have to actually catch like 50 of one Pokemon to like check off a challenge, that was just like an instant put off for me.
Yeah, that's too much for me. That's just grinding then.
But I do think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is going to be one of the better games there's been in a while. I think it will get a lot of people back into the franchise. It's released on the 18th of November of this year. They're actually bringing multiplayer in.
Yes.
And I think that is going to have such a big effect.
Okay, so I haven't heard about this. So talk me through this. So it's not multiplayer, just battles. It's an actual multiplayer playthrough.
No, so obviously it's a complete open world, basically back to Sword and Shield style. And yeah, you have the main series of quests that you can do, like battling the gyms and such forth. And then I think it's once you complete the game, there's like a whole sub-genre of challenges where you can basically guide your own adventure in your own direction.
Ooh, okay.
And you can partner up. I think it's up to 4 people.
I think it's up to 4, yes.
And it doesn't matter if you're on Scarlet or Violet, you can cross over between the two. And then you can go on, if anyone's played Pokemon Go, there's raids in this one. I think was there raids in Sword and Shield?
There was, yeah, where you could team up with others to take it on, but it's literally just one fight.
Yeah, so obviously they've got that back. There's a bunch of new features they've put into Pokemon Go, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The region itself, the Paldea region, it looks absolutely stunning. It looks really, really beautiful.
Okay, well, I'm interested in this because, like I said, Sword and Shield I love, so that might be a Christmas buy for me.
Yeah,
100%.
Sorry, go on.
No, I'm saying 100%. It's gonna have to be bought. Like,
it has to be. 100%.
It has to be bought.
Yeah, I would love to buy it at launch, but I actually don't own a Switch right now. So again, for me, it will probably, with Modern Warfare 2 coming out, like we spoke about, I will probably be spending most of my time towards Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, we should probably talk about
towards Christmas.
The elephant in the room. As with 3 first-person shooter streamers, Modern Warfare 2. It's going to be massive, isn't it?
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be bigger than Cal's knees.
And that is, they are big. They are huge.
So, right, I didn't get to play the beta, so you guys need to talk me through this a bit. So, I've seen gameplay footage, obviously, and watched streams, but I didn't actually get to play it myself, so give us your thoughts.
I think I really enjoyed the beta. In my opinion, I and the alpha. I enjoyed the movement. I enjoyed how they've took out slide cancelling. You got like a bit more gun skill involved, not massive amount, but you have to be able to actually shoot now. Whereas I feel like Modern Warfare 1, Warzone got to the point of if you can move quick, you win every battle. Like it got to that point.
It became very movement based.
Gun skill didn't matter as much.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was more of a game of let me stim myself and slide 3 times and triple tap Y and quit scope you in the head kind of thing. Whereas Modern Warfare 2 feels more back to basics.
Back to old school Call of Duty.
Back to Call of Duty. Back to
boots on the ground.
Lobbies. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just it felt good. It felt natural. It didn't feel like it needed too much work. Obviously,
there's a few tweaks.
Yeah, there was a few tweaks it could do, but as a core as a game, I feel like I could get into it heavily. Like I couldn't get off the beta for that weekend. I was heavily invested.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's going to be a lot of viable weapons this year. I don't think there's going to be one like weapon from each category, like one AR, one sub that will be dominant. I feel like there's going to be quite a few usable weapons.
Yeah,
I think that's needed though. After obviously we've all played Warzone quite a lot. That when you get a meta where it's just unless you're using that gun, you're not going to get kills. Like it kind of breaks the game in a sense, doesn't it? Because it's purely who's the most skilled with that gun, rather than who can put the pick a weapon that suits their playstyle. So they need a bit more.
And also to who can put the most time in. I think for the casual players, like people working like full-time jobs and things like that, they haven't got time to be sitting there keeping up with every meta and grinding the weapon to max level. So I think what they've done with the gunsmith is really, really clever.
I think that's going to be quite divisive because there's going to be a lot of people saying, "Oh no, I grind this game 8 hours a day. I want to grind and get everything." And then there's other people that are like, "Oh, I get 2 hours a week on my Xbox. Like I just want to be able to play the game." So
yeah, true.
I love it personally, but I think it's going to be quite divisive between the community.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people that dislike this Call of Duty just because they've only played COD in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, they got into it with Warzone and lockdown.
Yeah.
COD got a lot of new players in that era, and I think people are going to struggle to adapt.
How many people came over from Fortnite at the start of lockdown?
Oh, yeah.
Like all the Fortnite players that came over to COD.
Yeah, it was a lot, weren't it?
Because over lockdown, obviously the resurgence in battle royales was just insane, wasn't it? Insane. And that kind of all transferred over to Warzone.
I do personally, I say it every fucking year, but I think this time, I think it is going to be one of the best Call of Duties we've had. I would say probably since Black Ops 3.
Damn.
Ooh.
I loved Black Ops 3, and
Yeah.
I've struggled to find a Call of Duty game I've enjoyed as much as that. Maybe Modern Warfare 1, actually. I'd probably take that back. Modern Warfare 1 was a great game.
All right, here's a question. What is your all-time favourite Call of Duty?
Modern Warfare 2, OG.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2, same here.
All right, mine was Black Ops 1.
This is why I have big hopes for this game.
Yeah,
like I said,
too.
favourite game. And as I said earlier, I used to stream Tarkov, so I prefer the slower boots on the ground kind of idea rather than the Titanfall kind of let's slide and climb walls.
Yeah, this is probably one of the Call of Duties that fits you more than any other, right?
Yes, 100%. And I'm interested to give it a go. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people disliking that change in direction. Some people really got into the slide-in and that I can outmaneuver someone. But we'll see.
I'll be honest, I did enjoy perfecting my movement. I feel like I got my movement to a good point where I did like it, but I'd come off and my thumbs would be fucking killing me. I'd get offline, I've slide cancelled and...
Are you sure you were gaming or was that something else?
Naughty. What happens on stream stays on stream. Apart from the goatee.
Just like vote Pedro.
Yeah.
If you want to know what that means, you need to get to the stream.
Yeah. But no, this is I'll have a hot take right now. Black Ops 2 is the most overrated Call of Duty of all time.
Ooh. Damn.
You're out for schools, are you? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I just could not enjoy the multiplayer on that.
This is Biirchyy's opinions, by the way, guys, not ours.
That was probably the last one I played,
anyone I
to be
offended.
fair. So after that, was that when we had Advanced Warfare?
Yeah. When was that?
No, we had
Warfare?
Ghost, didn't we?
Oh yeah, I didn't play Ghost.
I can't remember.
Was it Black Ops 2? Black Ops 2. Oh, we had Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. Then Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Then Black Ops 2. Then Ghosts. Then Advanced Warfare. Black Ops 3. Infinite Warfare. World War 2, which isn't even Call of Duty. Just don't even talk about that game. Black Ops 4. Modern Warfare. Cold War Vanguard.
Yeah, I missed quite a few apparently. So
no,
the last one I played was Black Ops 2. So Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3.
Wow, you had a long space.
The only reason I actually got Infinite Warfare was because I wanted to play zombies again. Because that game was atrocious. Oh my god.
I don't think I even touched the Infinite Warfare online. I bought it purely to get COD 4 remastered.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did that, right?
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah, Yeah, so I put a lot of time into COD 4 Remastered. I love that game so much.
Yeah.
I love that game as well. Getting back into game battles on that was so fun.
Getting sweaty.
The OG sniping where it's instant ADS. There's no build up to it. You press scope and you were in the scope. It was great.
Yeah. How do you guys feel? What would you guys prefer? Would you prefer old school Call of Duty where you pick 3 attachments? Or do you like this 100 different choices?
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I think nowadays I would prefer more choices. I think COD's evolved so much that if you go to full basics of the 3 attachments, 3 kill streaks, no variability in the game.
Yeah.
I think it dies. I think it just goes instantly.
Be a bit too simple, you think?
Yeah.
I could agree with that.
Yeah.
So I like more attachments just because there's more diversity in the guns. When you pick up somebody else's gun, it's not just the same one that you've got. Like, if there's 3 attachments, everyone uses the red dart and maybe a foregrip. You know what I mean? Like, everyone has the same setup. So the more attachments and the more diversity you have, the more chance different guns are going to be used in different setups. So I do like that.
I'm also very intrigued as to what people come up with on this new one. The fact you can take an AR and theoretically turn it into a submachine gun.
Yeah.
Which, as a sniper who runs only a sniper, I struggle to use ARs as a secondary because I'm very much a push-heavy player. So the fact I'll be able to transform an AR into a submachine gun is very exciting.
Yeah, it's again, it has a diversity, doesn't it? It's gonna be interesting to see what people run around with and how they build up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, should we leave Modern Warfare 2 there? Is there anything else anyone wants to comment on?
Have you seen the leaks
or
of
Warzone 2?
I was gonna say, you seen the leaks of the new COD? I know
sorry?
there's the
leaks.
The new COD. Apparently, it's come out and said that Advanced Warfare is making a comeback in 2 years' time.
Oh no!
Oh.
So apparently, Sledgehammer Games have come out and said, right, we've had enough on the floor COD for the past few years. We want to bring back Advanced Warfare with your jetpacks and stuff. So.
So that's where it dies for me.
The community was very split over Advanced Warfare. People either loved it or hated it, and so
I as a young man, back when AW came out, I was a very traditional boots on the ground is COD, nothing else.
Yeah.
And I did not get on with it at all. But in saying that, when it comes to competitive, watching AW was actually one of the most exciting Call of Duties to watch professionally.
Yeah, I can get that. On the esports level, when people master those skills and link them together and they get around the map in seconds, it is crazy to watch, isn't it?
Like, if you go back and watch an Optic formal compilation of Advanced Warfare, oh my god, it's the best Call of Duty you'll ever see. Phenomenal. But then saying that, playing Black Ops 3, one of my favourite Call of Duties of all time. I thought the jetpacks in that, they had it nailed. I thought the movement in that was a perfect in-between.
100%. You couldn't overuse them, you didn't have to underuse them, they had it perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I am intrigued to see the lifespan of Modern Warfare 2. So you say Advanced Warfare's coming out in 2 years' time. Whether Modern Warfare 2 will still be that big that no one cares. You know, they're kind of stuck in Modern Warfare 2 and the Warzone is that good. No one wants to move on from it. That's what I kind of hope that, just because I'm not a massive fan of Advanced Warfare, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, it'd be like what happened with the most recent cycle of games, right? People didn't really care for Cold War that much or Vanguard as much as they did for Modern Warfare 2019. Like, I feel like more people probably played Modern Warfare 2019 or still play Modern Warfare 2019 now than what they play Vanguard, which is the most recent Call of Duty. It's just...
Yeah, Vanguard was a weird one.
Yeah.
That first month or so, it was kicking off. Everyone said how good it was, how they loved it. There's people everywhere, streams everywhere, content everywhere. And then after that month, it just died.
Yeah.
It was just gone straight away.
It was Christmas time, weren't it? They did a patch and they messed some things up, didn't they? And it took them 3 weeks to fix it. I believe they said they were on vacation for Christmas or something, so they're not fixing it. And the game was just broken.
Yeah, everyone went back to Warzone, and that was it.
Yeah,
that was the end of it.
Yeah, and then it never really made a comeback.
I get a Christmas break and such, but that's a that's a game-breaking decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving away from Call of Duty for a little bit, because that's going to come up in every single podcast, I thought.
I reckon so. Yeah, good shout.
The next things we've got coming up is about Harry Potter Legacy next year, 10th of February.
I'm excited and scared. I don't want it to become another Cyberpunk.
That is my worry. That they have so much ambition that nothing gets finished or polished perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
They
are under so much pressure.
A lot of pressure. A big fan base. Everyone knows what Harry Potter is, and everyone knows how important it has been to our generation, especially from the films and books.
100%.
And they've got a big target audience. It's not just 19-year-old men, which a lot of first-person shooters tend to aim for, or used to at least. This is everyone will play this. Families, children,
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. I'm gonna be as optimistic as possible with it, because I do think it's a game that people have been crying out for years.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a good Harry Potter game?
The Lego games were really good.
The Lego games were good.
Lego games are always good though. They're just like
the
same
true.
with the skin.
That's true. Back in the day, Harry Potter games, like the classics on the PS1 and the PS2, I enjoyed them. Like for what they were fun games to play. But I don't ever remember there being a Harry Potter game where I'm like, whoa.
No.
Yeah, there was some fun moments and some fun bits, but I wouldn't say they were like A-list games.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So that will be very interesting. It's a bit of a shame they did announce it as multiplayer, and they came out a few months ago to say it was single player only. That
is a big bummer.
Yeah, that kind of took a bit of the enjoyment out of it. That a decision that late in the development, that's an issue, I think, personally. But.
Yeah, and I don't think it's something they'll bring in after release either.
Yeah,
I think it's going to stay single player.
It would be so cool to walk around the school and have your mates doing their lessons and their own missions, living in their own little world.
Yeah.
What I would say, I don't know if either of you played it, but a really cool feature I've actually never seen in another game apart from Skate 3 is when you have a friends list, your friends' characters spawn into your world as NPCs.
Oh,
so you have their character, whatever that clothing they've chosen to wear, will appear and just start skating like as the AI.
That would be a cool
Hogwarts
feature.
Did something like that, I think that would be a really nice touch.
Yeah, so just so you can see their skins, they're going to their lessons, they're not necessarily interacting with you, but you get it. It just feels like the world's alive, doesn't it? Rather than it being a built-in adventure where everything's set.
So if you're not going to have multiplayer, that would be a nice way of sort of
bringing in some community to it. Yeah, for sure. At least it's worth grinding for your skins and all your other bits then, because you get to show them off a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, with it being an open world game, how big do you think the map will be? Like, what do you think their limits will be?
It's an interesting one, because they want it to be quite diverse, I guess, because of how much is in Harry Potter. You don't just want the woods, you know what I mean? You want a bit of everything. Yeah, so hopefully quite large, but...
I reckon they would probably separate it in, so you've got the Hogwarts grounds, probably leading like that entire castle and surrounding areas like Hagrid's hut and things like that, and then maybe the Forbidden Forest will be its own separate one, and then is it Hogsmeade, like the town?
Yeah.
I reckon Hogsmeade and the shopping sort of area will be a whole nother world.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued to how that's going to build up and work, but there's, like you said, there's so much pressure and hope on that game.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, but I think it's something to be excited for.
It's nice to see a company trying that. For obviously, I know there's the new films, but the OG Harry Potter is kind of outdated now, isn't it? So to have a game set in that world is still really exciting to see that people are still pushing content in that area.
And it's set many years before Harry Potter himself.
Yes.
I believe so.
It is.
It's not going to feel like a tacky replica. You'll have unique characters.
Do you reckon there'll be a couple of Easter eggs in there? Sure there will be, right?
Surely.
There's got to
It
be.
gotta be.
Can you imagine going and finding like a young Snape in the pub or like walking around one of those towns? That'd be great.
That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. Speaking of which, I've got a question for you both. If you like going off the subject of films being transformed into games, if you could pick one film there to be a game made out of, what film would you pick?
That's a big question to be fair.
God, I was not ready for this.
One of my all-time
I know I've sprung this upon you both.
my all-time favorite films is The Matrix, the first one, and they had some incredible games, but there hasn't been one for a long time now. So maybe a Matrix 1 style game. So like Path of Neo was an amazing game. But
That was
I'm pretty
such
sure
a good game.
It was so good. I'm pretty sure that was PS2 though. So like that kind of shows how old it is now.
Yeah.
So something along those lines that I would love personally. I don't know whether there'd be a big enough fan base for that. But
I could agree with Matrix, to be honest, because them games, like you say, Path of Neo was such a good game to play. I remember renting it at Blockbusters.
oh mate,
Oh
the
my
glory
word.
days.
Brilliant.
I remember renting the Toy Story game and getting stuck, and we went back
I was
to the
just
owner.
about to say.
We went back to the owner and we're like, oh, your game's
out
broken,
my
you can't
mouth.
get past this level. And they go, I had to explain to my mum that I was just too dumb to get past the level.
The Toy Story game on PlayStation 1 was phenomenal.
Yeah, they were great.
That was one of my all-time favourite games.
PS1 games were elite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever played Rugrats, but oh my, what a game.
Oh, no, I never played Rugrats.
Oh, it was so much fun. Like, you'd go racing, you'd have... oh my god. Oh,
I can hear the passion in your voice about this game.
Yeah.
I'm a child.
One game I do remember renting out at Blockbuster, I think it was on PlayStation 2. It was the SpongeBob SquarePants game.
The movie one?
No, just it was called Lights, Camera, Action or something like that.
Oh,
Let me find out.
I think that's what it is. I think
Lights,
that is-
Camera,
yeah.
Pants. Lights, Camera, Pants. It was called. 2005. The Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and the PC.
Oh, wow.
Completed that shit in one weekend and returned it the same weekend.
The flex?
Yeah.
That's what you had to do with Blockbuster games, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I rented it as well, or I even played it, was because it was really one of those games that was really easy to get gamer score on.
Oh, remember when that?
So I think I had it on the OG Xbox, not on the PlayStation 2.
Remember when that was a focus, flexing your gamer score?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind
You
of a
would actually
shame that
compare
it's
to your
gone.
mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine being the guy that has the world record gamer score and then no one caring about it anymore.
Yeah, you'd be heartbroken.
Spent so many hours just
I was-
grinding.
I was talking about this the other day actually. So, how games have now changed the focus that like buying packs or battle passes to get skins or game points and stuff like that. Whereas back in the day, if you got them completing the game gamer points or the best skin for completing the game on hardest difficulty, that was like legit. Like you deserved it. I kind of miss that.
Yeah, the whole formula of video games has shifted completely, hasn't it?
It has. Like when I unlocked that what was it called now? The what was it? Hayabusa skin on Halo 3. There was a helmet that was you were like an absolute god if you had that helmet. Recon. It was Recon. That was it. It was the Recon helmet. Once you got the Recon helmet, that meant you'd done all the Vidmaster achievements, and you walked around. People were like, "Oh my god, he's got Recon!" Like it was glorious. Whereas now it's just like, "Oh my god, my dad spent 50 quid."
Yeah, it makes things feel less prestigious.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know what game I'd pick. I just asked you both.
Oh yeah. I have no idea either. I can't think. That is a lot of.
Yeah.
Because when I think of a movie, I think we've already got a game.
Is it? Do they have a game recently though? That's the big question, I guess.
Like, yeah, true. I'd like a proper. Like, I know there's already been an Avengers game out recently, but I'd like a proper one done properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah.
Because that was. Like, sorry to anyone who liked it, but that was dog poo. Absolute
Great films,
poo.
awful games.
Yeah.
Marvel.
They could have been
just-
amazing. The original, the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I think it was called. They were so good on PS2. They were amazing games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all they had to do was do that formula again, but instead they somehow mucked it up.
Yeah.
And you could, like, look at the Spider-Man game. The Spider-man games are so good. Like,
So
They're
good.
incredible.
so good.
Incredible.
You really feel like you're going around New York, and you're like, it's just beautiful. It's one of the games.
Yeah. And they just
you streamed that quite a bit, didn't you, Will?
Yeah, I really got into that. One, the graphics was amazing, and two, the way that they've done the story, so it kind of links in with the games, with the films, but it's not. It's different enough that you still don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah, I think when it comes to games like the Marvel like Avengers game, I'm a bit of a prude when it comes to voice acting.
Yeah.
If I watch a trailer and I hear Thor sound nothing like Chris Hemsworth, I'm like, nah.
Especially when
I'm instantly put off.
We're 20 films deep or something like that, or even more now. Like,
Yeah,
it's not like there's been one film. Like that character is that character now. We're so used to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's so many iconic voices and characters in the MCU that trying to use anyone else for the same universe just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't at all, does it?
You can replace the characters. Like, okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Endgame yet, then shame on you. But Iron Man's dead. We need a new Tony Stark. So it's like, you're not going to replace him, but there'll be a new character.
Yeah. Whether it be, his daughter Morgan takes over or something like that. But that works.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, but just to take out, Chris Hemsworth as Thor would just, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Is he the only one left now, the originals?
They got Hawkeye, I
guess. Yeah.
He was cooler with the sword, though, wasn't he? Gotta say.
Yeah.
When he became the Ronin,
he was bad.
That was so cool.
Oh, yeah.
And Mark Ruffalo as well.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
That's true. He's been in She-Hulk recently, hasn't he?
I haven't watched She-Hulk yet.
It's okay. It's obviously not aimed as like a big blockbuster action kind of show. It's aimed as more of like a superhero sitcom, I guess.
Yeah,
so, It's not bad. It's just not, if you watch the Hulk and Iron Man, you're not going to get the same vibes at all.
Right. I mean, while we're on this subject, we've gone a little bit off topic, but while we're on it, Black Panther 2.
Oh, the trailer. That trailer.
Oh.
It was so emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It releases in exactly a month today.
Ooh.
From the time of recording.
Damn, that's
11th of November.
That's going to be a great one to go and see. And obviously, due to the circumstances, I think everyone kind of feels that bit of heartache there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully they do it in such a way in the film where it's not just, he's gone. The way it's kind of shown in the trailers, it's going to kind of celebrate what a good job he did.
Tribute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
It's going to be a massive film.
I mean, I guess we're just kind of assuming that Shuri's going to be the new Black Panther.
Well, they've done the trailers on purpose, so you don't really know, haven't they? You see a woman in a Black Panther suit, but it doesn't really give you a solid indication. I'm kind of guessing that's the way they're heading, but
yeah, I mean, the thumbnail of the thing is her on the front, like in the middle, so you kind of assume she's the main character.
Yeah, it makes sense. Can we do a standout game as the indie game Choo-Choo?
Yeah, take it away, man. It's all you.
Okay, so the next thing is a standout game. So one I've kind of come across and tried to explain, but it's kind of hard to, is Choo-Choo Charles. This is an indie game where a giant spider tank chases you around a big open map, and you've got to complete train tracks and quests so your train can move on before the giant spider train grabs you. From that description, it may sound awful. I understand that, but please watch the trailer. It looks insane. For an indie game, it just looks wild.
I'm looking at the trailer now, and it looks something
hectic.
Something.
It looks crazy. It looks absolutely wild.
The fact indie developers are like kind of going in these kind of crazy directions when the big developers are scared to death to do anything out of the norm, I absolutely love.
Yeah. It's a bold step.
Yeah, so that comes out in December if anyone wants to check that out. I'd recommend watching the trailer just because you'll be shocked at how different it looks.
I'm watching the trailer right now, and looks like you have a gun on the back of these trains. You can shoot at the spiders. You can do certain things to thwart its attempts at killing you. It looks like with like flamethrowers, machine guns, and
yeah. So you've got to get around the map, and you do this by quests and little actions around the map to like open up or place a new track, and obviously to keep yourself safe from the giant spider train. You have a few weapons and bits and bobs to help you.
Is it open world?
It's open world to an extent. You some bits you can only be on the train, I believe, but where the train stops is open world.
Okay. It's actually an interesting concept. It's a very unique concept of a game.
Very different, which is why it stood out to me as our standout game.
Mm-hmm. And when's that out?
It's early December. They haven't said it's that date yet.
Early December. Any indie game fans out there? Doesn't look like my cup of tea, but just watching the trailer, it has actually interested me quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
The problem is with games like this is it'll be amazing for a week, I think, and then it'll die off, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you jump on with the lads kind of thing, and you have a mess around, you scream a little bit, you laugh, you play it, and then you're like, all right, back to COD.
Back to the basics of Valorant.
Yeah.
Flash in the pan style game.
But I will be playing it.
That's what we like to hear. So, as we've been speaking about games, Overwatch 2 launched this week, which is... I struggle to call it Overwatch 2 because it's pretty much Overwatch 1 with some DLC packs in.
I've had a lot of people say that.
Yeah. It runs smoothly, it works really well, and no one's had to pay for it. It is a free upgrade, but it's more of like an Overwatch 1.5, I'll argue.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a DLC.
However, on its release day, it did get DDoS attacked. So the servers were pretty much down in Europe for 3 days. With you'd load up the game and you see a queue of like 60,000 people or 200,000 people in front of you, and you'd wait to get to the front of the queue, and it would just crash. So that
you can't be letting that happen as a developer.
It's awful, isn't it? Like people are like outright stopping brand new games from developing. That's just horrendous.
Mm-hmm. Who develops Overwatch? Is it Blizzard?
It is Blizzard, yeah.
Oh God!
So a company as big as Blizzard.
Yeah, someone's obviously targeted attack them. DDoS on release day. That's it's either a business trying to take them down or a very unhappy fan, I guess.
Yeah,
it's a shame people are even DDoSing still in 2022.
Exactly.
It's crazy. People are crazy.
People are crazy. That's one thing I've learned from stream over nothing else.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Like, who the fuck would donate to me?
Yeah, I look at myself the same. Like, did you click that gift sub button by mistake? Or...
What life choices led you to watch me?
Just like think of all the much cooler shit you could buy with your money. Get an OnlyFans subscription.
Mm.
Well,
to me, of course. See
those bandanas.
Yeah.
Wearing
nothing but bandanas.
Oh my God, that is so hot.
So this one video, right? We actually turned a bandana into a thong.
Oh God. Is that for sale by any chance? For a friend, sorry.
For a friend, yeah, of course.
For a friend.
Yeah. Friend. No, that's really bad though. DDoS attacks on... I mean, it's the same in Modern Warfare 2 though, as Blizzard. As soon as the PC beta came out, was it the open beta? Hacks instantly.
Yeah. The thing I liked about that though was people got banned instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And that already is a big change from what happened with Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone 1. People didn't get banned instantly. These people were getting banned left, right and centre. People were being racist in lobbies and super toxic, banned instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was on it with the banning, that's
really good, yeah.
Refreshing.
A good sign.
That's something that's always confused me about games. So Warzone, everyone knows you can get into a hacked lobby if you get a shadow banned.
Yeah.
But surely once they've got you in that lobby and they're like, right, he is a hacker, that should just be banned. Why are you just kept in shadow ban lobbies? Like, just why is that account active? You know what I mean? Like, they know. They put you in that lobby to see if you're a hacker. Once they're aware that you are hacking, like, that's it. That should be it. Deleted. IP address blocked.
I agree. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, they changed it this year, aren't they? I believe you have to have a mobile number if you are a PC player connected to your account.
That's good. I think that's good. But
so you can only have one account per mobile number per se. So it stops people from making multiple accounts unless they're signing up to get a new number every time. But
yeah, but you're making it harder every time, aren't you? That's the
Yeah.
important part. You can't stop someone from creating hacks, but you can make it difficult for them to do it, and hopefully put them
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, well, aside from games, should we talk a little bit about the Twitch side of things? What's going on in Twitch? What's the latest news and drama?
Well, TwitchCon's just happened.
Drama alert.
Oh, no, that's not us. That's not us.
Oh, shit, wrong show. Yeah, TwitchCon. What happened, Cal?
What didn't happen?
That's a good question.
I don't even. I mean, I didn't even look anything up, and all I've seen on Twitter is controversy left, right, and centre. The foam pit. That wasn't a foam, but just a pit.
Pit of death.
Pit of death.
Just some sponge squares on a floor.
Yeah, were they sponge or were they concrete? Like.
Yeah. So for anyone listening that's not aware of that, there was a gladiator style like combat arena, I guess you'd call it. So you stood on these podiums with big foam sticks. You knock each other off, and into a supposed foam pit, which pit of death.
Yeah. So one streamer actually dislocated her knee, and another even broke her back in 2 different places.
That's just that's unbelievable.
Purely jumping off the podium, which is no more than a 2-foot podium.
Yeah.
Onto a foam pit. I think normally how foam pits are made, there's the foam cubes, and then there's actually a trampoline underneath, and then a gap to allow...
Yeah, because you see how she jumped. She did jump, like, she did the splits in the air, didn't she? And then, like, jump butt first, expecting it to be a trampoline, because that's what they are, that's what it should be, and...
Well,
the instant she landed...
Give, the second you stop and it's a hard surface, it was just a ridiculous decision.
And it's not deep either. You look at the foam, it wasn't deep.
And you can see the pain she was in.
Yeah, instantly.
Yeah, the videos are
horrific. I do think it could be a bit of a freak accident as well, because I have, like, jumped on... She basically landed on her coccyx.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done that multiple times from higher, like... ground, higher levels, and been fine. So it must have been in a real sweet spot.
I feel like she fell badly to obviously break her back in 2 places, horrendous as it is, but that is very unlucky, isn't it? But
very unlucky.
But to say someone else also twisted the knee and someone broke their ankle in 2 places, I think it was.
Yeah.
There's been a few
things.
There's something worse going on here. It wasn't planned. It wasn't risk assessed properly. However, they do it, but it wasn't correct in the first place.
And the fact that the announcer as well, she was clearly in pain. And the announcer goes, "Oh, she's okay. She'll be fine. Let her get up."
I heard that. I heard
it's
that.
like she clearly can't move. She just said she can't move. Like, come on, give her some help.
I feel like the people that work at these conventions, and not just Twitch, but just conventions in general, I think need to be a lot more qualified and a lot more trained when it comes to health and safety and a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know the update on this woman, but to break your back...
I believe that her friend, who she was like having the battle with, did tweet out saying, for anyone else who was injured in the foam pit, please come forward, which says to you that quite a few people have been injured in this foam pit.
Yeah, she did mention suing on Twitter, so we'll have to see how that unfolds.
Yeah.
Twitch have declined to comment. Someone, I think it was IGN or someone reached out for a comment and they declined.
It's a weird one, because is TwitchCon responsible, or is I think, was it Intel? Is it their booth that's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's certain vendors inside, isn't it? I think people are very quick to pin the blame on Twitch for things like this.
Definitely, that's something that I was kind of leaning to. Everyone is, it's Twitch's fault. Well, realistically, there's the place that rented out, and then the team that had their own booth, and it's not Twitch's fault necessarily. But
yeah, I think everyone likes to jump down Twitch's throat, if I'm honest, about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously, we all love Twitch to an extent. There's some things they could do better. I'm pretty sure everyone on the planet could agree with that.
Yeah.
But you got to admit, they're still great, and they're still the top streaming platform for a reason.
Exactly that. And look at how many... look at us three. We would not have met if it wasn't for Twitch.
Exactly.
This wouldn't exist right now. Like, we wouldn't be friends. We wouldn't know we exist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's created a lot more than just, you know, streamers. It's created friends and families, and, you know, and it's like Biirchyyy. You wouldn't have got with your partner if it wasn't for Twitch. And
Yeah, exactly.
it's like
Twitch.
Yeah, I don't think people give Twitch enough credibility.
Yeah, people focus on the negative a lot.
Yeah.
I just want to shout out, it wasn't Intel, sorry, it's Lenovo before Fallout with Intel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think people are quick to jump on the Twitch bashing bandwagon, but then at the same time you have to take a step back and look at what has kind of, like, for you personally, like for me personally, like, Twitch changed my life.
Yep.
For the better, though.
Yeah.
Like, I was in the darkest place of my life when I started Twitch, and like my life has completely flipped upside down for the better because of it.
Yeah, it's such an amazing place, and you get to meet people from all walks of life that you would never interact with. So, just us three, for instance, you know, I'm from Midlands. We've got, you know, Cal from the north and Betch from the south. We would probably never have met or spoke.
No.
And to say we've met up, we talk to each other pretty much every night. That's a wild change, isn't it?
Yeah, and to say like you, like I can literally easily say you two are like two of my closest friends I have. I met you both on Twitch.
We love it.
Hugs.
Oh, hugs. We're going all soppy towards the end of the podcast.
We love it.
No, so I think like we said, it's very easy to bash on big companies for doing things wrong, but ultimately, companies make mistakes. Companies are constantly trying to better and improve in every aspect.
And they can't always be. You can't please everyone. Like, you can't always be right. You know, it's as much as like majority of people say they're not happy and stuff, but with the changes that are made, etc., the people that are complaining aren't really the ones affected anyway. So it's like, you know, it's like you say, it's more or less people jumping on a bandwagon more than anything when it's negative.
They don't get enough, you know, praise for the bits they do get right.
Yeah,
agreed.
Which is definitely a bit of an issue, but I think that's what where the world is. People like to moan nowadays, don't they?
Yeah. It's don't get me wrong, I'm a very understanding person, but when people say like the snowflake generation, I get what people mean by that. I think people are very easily offended on someone else's behalf.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's just...
It's nice that everyone wants to look out for everyone else, but you can't share your opinion as somebody else's. You know, you need to encourage them to speak up if they've got a problem. I guess is the right way to do it.
Yeah, and I'm very much a solution guy. Like, rather than complaining and bitching and moaning about certain things, I'm like, okay, what can we do to fix the situation? What can we do to better it, to improve it?
Yeah, definitely.
I live off a quote that I got told once in work, and it was, if you want something doing, do it yourself. And it's as like simple as it sounds. It's true. Like, you're either going to sit there and complain about something and do nothing about it, or you could be like, okay, that can be changed. I'm going to go and change it. I'm going to do what I want to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, you're going to make the changes to make that happen, which is the right way to deal with something.
Yeah.
No one's going to chase your dreams for you.
Exactly that.
Oh, look how inspirational this has gone.
Oh!
Beautiful.
On that beautiful note, gents, should we end it there?
I think we should.
Is there any parting comments, word of wisdom either of you have?
Love everyone.
I just want to say... Oh, god damn it, I was going to say...
Me too.
Well, no then.
Well, thank you all so much for listening, for tuning in for our first ever episode of the KBN Podcast. We will be back again next week for the three of us again, and then I believe the week after we shall be having a guest on once a week.
Ooh.
yeah, you have to stay tuned for the announcement of who our first guest will be.
Yep. Don't forget to follow. We've got a new KBN Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all of the socials.
Yep, and also don't forget to check out the 3 of our channels on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. All the links and all that jazz will be down in the description below.
But for now, I think we wrap it up there.
Until next time. Bandanas
And nonsense.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.